There is no portion of the Holy Bible that is boring. Down to every last jot and tittle, it is an amazing book, and so obviously inspired by God. I want to talk a little bit with you about capital cities in the Old Testament. The Old Testament names many cities and towns, as does the New Testament, and some are more significant than others. Some even sound like they would be awesome to visit. I wish that I had a time hopper, but let's take a look at a few that I find most interesting. The capital of Mesopotamia, the Chaldean Empire, was Babylon. This was a very long time ago, in the neighborhood of 2000 to 539 BC. Babylon was also a place of Jewish captivity. The city was located on the Euphrates River in what is now Iraq. Both Babylon and the Euphrates River figure quite boldly in the later days in which we are now living. Damascus, fascinating city, Damascus. It is a city much in the news in recent times. It is the capital of war-torn Syria, and Damascus has the honor of being the oldest continually occupied community in the world. And then the city of Hebron is where Abraham called home upon his return from Egypt. It is also where David's capital was when he ruled Judah. Jerusalem, the holy city, the apple of God's eye. Jerusalem was the stronghold of the Jebusites, which was captured and made into the capital of the United Kingdom of Judah and Israel. Do you remember who was told by God to go to Nineveh and to preach there? Yeah, Jonah, of course, who got swallowed up by that big old fish. Nineveh was the capital of the Assyrian Empire between about 700 to 612 BC. It was located on the Tigris River in what is now Iraq. Another mentioned city was Samaria, the capital of the northern kingdom of Israel. The city was built by Omri in 880 BC. The city of Shechem was the site of Rehoboam's crowning as the king of Israel after Solomon's death. It was also the first capital of the northern kingdom. The city of Shiloh was the religious capital of the Hebrews and the site of the Ark of the Covenant before David moved the capital to Jerusalem. Shiloh was located just 20 miles to the south of Jerusalem. And the last city I want to just briefly touch on is Ur. Ur was the capital of the Sumerian Empire from 2600 to 2100 BC. Until the 4th century, Ur was an important trading center. Ur was also the early home of Abraham and was located on the Euphrates River, again in what is modern Iraq. These are just a few of the cities that are mentioned and figure prominently in the Old Testament.